Hi there, I hope you're good. Still going on about the good girl in my Common Shadow series, where I'm specifically discussing relationship shadows and contrasting the good girl versus the groove girl. One of the things also about the good girl is that there's a self that you portray, which is this good girl, and then there's a whole lot of repressed aspects of yourself that almost take on a personality of their own in different spaces if you allow yourself that liberty. So as you're integrating your shadow, which is the groove girl, I want you to go and learn from those women that you were taught to shame and shun. The groove girl, the sluts, the hoes. Those are women who are embodying the parts of themselves that you were taught to be ashamed of. And both of you were raised to have a man as the center of your being and not yourselves. When you integrate your shadow, you'll have yourself as the center of your being, and you'll be able to have relationships with men that are far more honest and way more fulfilling for you as a woman. You don't need to be what everyone else is pleased with. You don't ever need to be what other people clap for. Learn to develop an appetite for being disappointing and stop being pleasing to others. Be a disappointment to what other people expect you to be and start being pleasing to yourself. The world won't fall apart if you don't perform your good girl duties. They will just find a new way to adjust. And instead, as you integrate these parts of yourself that you thought are bad and develop a sense of self that isn't given to others to you by their approval, but is cultivated within you by yourself, what do you like? What are you into? Why do you shame the prostitute and the slut? What of you does she trigger that you want to project that shame onto her, that you are shaming within yourself? Why do you think you're better than certain women just because you don't engage in certain conducts? Your lack of engagement in certain things doesn't actually make you better. It just makes you bitter, repressed, and just, sometimes boring. So stop being that and start being more whole. Start learning from your sisters who are more integrated in other aspects of themselves that you would judge because you think that you being good makes you better. You being good makes you incomplete. When you integrate these aspects of your own being, you will be more fulfilled as a woman and not just live as a good girl, but live as a whole woman.